Hello educators! Today we are going to start a journey through the new Shape America National Physical Education Standards book in order to create a top-notch curriculum. This is the first video in a series where I'll go through the new standards book chapter by chapter, share my notes, explore some unfamiliar topics, and craft an engaging high-quality program for our learners. In today's video we are tackling chapters 1 and 2. Let's get started on this exciting journey together. So as I get closer and closer to retirement, I was thinking to myself, well, I've never really been left anything at my schools. So every time I go to a new school, I have to create everything from the ground up. It's not horrible because I get to design the curriculum or the lessons or the assessments exactly the way I want them to be done, but it would always be nice, I've thought in the back of my mind, to have somewhere to start. So what I was thinking is, since I am getting closer and closer to retirement, what if I create a curriculum for the school that I'm currently at? I teach kindergarten physical education at an early learning center as well as preschool, but I thought I'd focus on the kindergarten side of it for now. I want to create something that will have a lasting effect on my students and my school, and so when I retire in a few years, that the next person coming in has something already in place, something to work with, something that they only need to make minor adjustments to. I was wondering, well, how do I get started with this? I've never written a curriculum before. I've written lesson plans, I've written unit plans, I've created assessments and rubrics and things like that, but never one big document for one grade level from the beginning of the year to the end of the year. I didn't even know exactly what a total high quality curriculum entailed. So I thought the best thing to do was, since we have new physical education standards, was to buy the Shape America Physical Education Standards book. And I've started reading through it. I've read the first 3 chapters so far, and this video is only going to focus on chapters 1 and 2. However, as I was reading, there were some things in there that I didn't know what they were. So that makes me think to myself, well, if I don't know what they are, maybe other people don't know what they are as well. So I started highlighting, and I'll show you my highlights here in a little bit once I get to that phase of the video. And I had 4 different colors that I was using that all meant different things. So here we go. I'm on this journey of creating a kindergarten physical education curriculum. And I'm starting with this standards book put out by Shape America to make sure I'm on the right track. I'm also going to be using some other books. I know I have a book called PE Metrics, and I have a couple other curriculum books as well. And I want to see how they relate to what I'm trying to do, because they are a bit older, and I want to make sure that everything I do is at a current 2025. That way I know that the program that I set up will last for a while. Let's go ahead and get started with chapter 1. I'll tell you my thoughts about it and some insights that I've gained and some questions that I've had, and then we'll get into chapter 2. Alright, so here is what the book looks like. National Physical Education Standards. This is the 4th edition. It just came out in 2024. It's set up really well. The table of contents are really easy to follow. One thing I will show you, I'll flip through it from back to front, is I like all of the colored pages. It's color coded, makes things really easy to read and understand and follow. So this is what this video is going to be based off, and several others that are coming up soon. As you can see, it's not a very big book. It's only 7 chapters, and it's about 180 pages. So not too bad. So let's get right into chapter 1. Chapter 1 is an introduction to the book. It starts by telling us about the revision process. It clarifies the framework that is the national standards and how it supports educators on how to use the standards and guide their practice. It clarifies the content for all constituents, including students, parents, curriculum directors, administrators, boards of education, and policymakers. Finally, it tells us all of the resources that this book provides. Continuing on, they make note that in the past, physical literacy was an emphasis. However, they recognize that some were using physical literacy as an end when the student matriculated through the physical education program. The task force decided to change the language to physical literacy journey. The revised standards focus on the well-being of the whole person and their physical literacy journey. Our national standards still consider the psychomotor, cognitive, social, and affective learning domains, which are essential for the physical literacy journey. In this iteration of the standards, they have gone from 5 to 4 overarching standards, taking the old standard number 3 and placing appropriate pieces in the new standards 1 and 2. They did this to help physical education teachers to provide a more balanced curriculum, not having a curriculum heavily weighted in physical fitness only. They also made note that there are no longer grade level outcomes. Instead, there are grade span learning indicators. This change took place because they realized that students in each grade span develop at different rates. Therefore, teachers don't have the pressure they used to have getting students to learn certain skills within certain grade levels. There is a whole grade level span that teachers can help students who struggle to get to the place they need to be. Research in motor development guided this decision, stating that development is age-related, not age-dependent. This chapter ends by stating that the national standards offer physical education a framework for teaching and learning and provide a trajectory for learning from pre-K through 12th grade. Now, the part I liked the most was when they talked about physical literacy and changing it from physical literacy to physical literacy journey, because even when we are out of high school, out of college, and we're just living life, we still have a journey of fitness for ourselves. And even me as a 52-year-old, I'm in the middle of training for a half Ironman. And so my journey is still continuing, and I've been out of high school for a long time. Oh wow, I just realized how long this video was getting, so I wanted to cover chapter 2, but I don't think I'm going to be able to in this video because I want you to watch the whole thing. So I'm going to go ahead and stop here, and we will continue on with chapter 2 in the next video. See you then.